I want to take this time to invite you and your family to join me for the next half hour for Minister in Warfare for the Lord. Hello there. How have you been doing? You know, I've been meaning to get in touch with you and to let you know that I've just completed those new songs that I told you I was working on. And right now, I'm working with the singers. Now, these are songs of praise and worship that you and your Father will enjoy. Now, I should have them ready to sing for you and your Father at the meeting that your Father arranged for all of us to meet next week. Now, you know, speaking of your Father, you know, your Father said to me the other day that he's really pleased with my work, but that he hopes he hasn't been overtaxing me with these new responsibilities. But then he said, he's doing it because he has a lot of confidence in me. And he also said, I'm the best man for the job. Now, I know that you're his son, and I just want you and your Father to know that I really appreciate what you and your Father have done for me. Because I derive a lot of satisfaction from knowing that your Father feels that way about me. Now, as your friend, I just want you to know that I really appreciate your friendship, your cooperation, and your help. And I just want you to remember that you and your Father can always count on me. And I'm looking forward to our coming meeting. And the songs you will hear will be songs that I will dedicate to you and your family. It's my way of showing to both of you, your Father and yourself, how much I appreciate and love you both. Well, until I see you again, you have a great day, and I will see you at the meeting. And in the meantime, may God bless you, keep and protect you. Now, upon hearing this conversation, your first impression may be that it was a friendly meeting between Christians who were making plans for a dress rehearsal that would feature new music that was written by the church choir director, who wanted the senior pastor, along with his son, who was also the co-pastor, to hear the new songs before they were sung publicly before the parishioners of the church. And upon hearing the conversation between the co-pastor and the choir director, you came away with the understanding and the belief that there was a spirit of cooperation among the leaders of that church, and especially the choir director, whose personality seems to give the impression that he's more than willing to do anything that will enhance and increase the effectiveness of the ministry of that church. And to a senior pastor, such an individual is like a gift that was sent directly to him from God. But it's important that you remember something that's been stated many times before. All that glitters isn't gold. Oh, it may look like gold, but under close scrutiny, you will then discover it's not the real McCoy, even though it has the appearance of being so. And in the brief narrative that I've just described to you, it seems as if the choir director had only one objective and one purpose, and it appeared to be to do everything in his power to help the pastor run the church in the most efficient way possible. And although it appears he was doing a good job of accomplishing that, yet the truth of the matter is he was not motivated to help the pastor or co-pastor or even the church in reaching its goals. No, he was spurred on by one thing and one thing only. That was to advance and promote his own agenda. An agenda that was totally contrary to that of the church and pastor. And although the choir director appeared to be filled with the spirits of love and compassion for his fellow man, it was only an illusionary image that he used to hide the true nature and the dominant spirits that possessed him. The spirit of jealousy and the spirit of pride. Two emotional attributes which can lead to sudden disaster and destruction. And for the central character in our narrative, his downfall was swift and sudden. And the chief culprit in his case was pride, which carries with it devastating consequences. For in the 16th chapter of Proverbs and the 18th verse, we are told that pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. And when there is destruction, there is also confusion. And when confusion is left unabated, it will bring with it more evil and more evil works. For in the 3rd chapter of St. James, in the 16th verse, we are told, "For where envy and self-seeking exist, confusion and every evil thing are there." And when one's environment is contaminated with evil, it becomes a telltale sign that will inform you that the evil one is on the premise. And one thing is certain: evil and good cannot coexist, for one or the other will have to depart. And just who is this evil one that I speak of? Well, he's the very one who I spoke of earlier. He was the choir director of heaven's angelic choir and praise and worship team, who led an unsuccessful military coup that tried to overthrow the kingdom of God in heaven many years ago. And the leader of this rebellion was named Lucifer. And he was literally thrown out of heaven for his treachery. Yes, he and his co-conspirators, as explained in the 14th chapter of Isaiah and the 12th through the 14th verse. "How you are fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning! How you are cut down to the ground! Mighty though you were against the nations of the world, for you said to yourself, I will ascend to heaven and rule the angels. I will take the highest throne. I will preside on the mount of assembly far away in the north. I will climb to the highest heavens and be like the Most High." And such action on the part of Lucifer, who's also known as the dragon, precipitated the inevitable response from God, the response of which is described to us in the 12th chapter of Revelation and the 7th through the 12th verse. "Then there was war in heaven. Michael and the angels under his command fought the dragon and his angels. And the dragon lost the battle and was forced out of heaven. This great dragon, the ancient serpent called the devil or Satan, the one deceiving the whole world, was thrown down to the earth with all of his angels. Then I heard a loud voice shouting across the heavens, 'It has happened at last. The salvation and power and kingdom of our God and the authority of his Christ. For the accuser has been thrown down to earth, the one who accused our brothers and sisters before our God day and night. And they have defeated him because of the blood of the Lamb and because of their testimony. And they were not afraid to die. Rejoice, O heavens, and you who live in the heavens, rejoice. But terror will come on the earth and the sea, for the devil has come down to you in great anger, and he knows that he has little time." And Satan's main objective is that of a thief, in that he wants to steal your salvation and your joy by killing and destroying